Hey everybody, this is Eddie coming to you from Flagstaff, Arizona with another video here. Hey, today's video I wanted to talk about a couple things. And for some of you that know, I'm putting together a golf tournament for this weekend. It was a last minute deal. I'm also writing a book on the effects of suicide, so this is kind of tying everything in. This is kind of the icing on the cake. Just a way to get all the last information from my book done or together before I start piecing everything together with the testimonies I've received. So anyways, this tournament is not going to be what it is, what I thought it would be. The Walk of Hope, which was 2 weeks ago, didn't turn out to what I thought it would be, or what I shouldn't say thought, I should say hoped it to be. But a lot of it's timing. A lot of it's how much you're getting the word out. And for those of you that know, as far as marketing is getting the word out, getting people to commit, getting people to follow through, whether it's a tournament, whether it's a walk for suicide awareness, so on and so forth. But the thing is, it relates back to the old Chinese proverb, which is a journey of 1,000 miles must begin with one step. So you got to have that vision. A lot of you people, a lot of myself in the past, is we have these visions, we have these dreams, we want to be this, we want to be that. We have them since we're little kids, that we want to be a football player, we want to be a professional basketball player, we want to be a doctor or firefighter or whatever it is, a musician in a rock band or in an orchestra or whatever it is that we want to be. But as we've gotten older, fear sets in. We get that fear factor. We get the fear factor of, well, what if I fail? Well, what if I don't succeed? Well, if I don't graduate from college, I'm going to be a failure. What if I don't do this? And what if I fail? What if I fail? What if I fail? And we get so focused on failing, what do? We end up failing in certain aspects of our life. It could be certain in relationships. It could be in our financial areas. It could be career-wise. It can relate to so many things as far as how we fail. So remember, if you got that dream, you got that passion, I don't care if you're 15, 13, 45, 65, it is never too late. And so you need to take a step out and take that first step. You need to know you're going to get bumps and bruises. Sometimes you're going to be hit hard to be tested to see whether or not that passion that meant so much to you, whether or not it still means that much to you. Are you willing to go through the sacrifices? Are you willing to go through the struggles? Are you willing to go through the sitting on the island by yourself, feeling like nobody in the world understands you, nobody in the world gets you, nobody will ever get you, and so that is the reason you don't push forward for whatever it is that passion of yours is. So that's one thing I'm learning. That's one thing I've been having to incorporate in my life. That's one thing that I've talked to people that have reached out to me saying, I'm struggling with this. I've lost family member, or I've lost family members, or I've lost somebody to suicide, or here's my dream and passion, but, and there's that big but. And what we end up doing is back to the comfort zone. And then we talk about backup plans, and our backup plan is the same thing as an original plan. The backup plan is our escape. Now, one thing that I learned, well, I shouldn't say I learned, but I knew going into fighting fires, wildland fires as a hotshot, was we had our fire shelter. And some people looked at as a fire shelter as our safety zone, as a security blanket. And for some of you that don't know me, I'm claustrophobic. So to get in one of those things, even practice, I hated it. And everybody says, well, why are you going to do that job? If you get put in that position, you're going to have to pull out your fire shelter, use your fire shelter to take that last stand and hopefully survive. And I called bullshit on that. I said, this right here is my fire shelter. I'm not going to count on this. This is not my backup plan. My backup plan is obsolete. Now I have backup plan as far as strategies of fighting fires while we're out there, but no backup plan as far as survival. This right here and then this big mouth of mine can tell somebody, no, I will not do it. I will not go into that dangerous, not go into that hole. I will not do this. I will not do that for the safety of myself and for the safety of my crew. Those are my shelters. So quit focusing on the backup plan. The initial plan is your main plan, and it's one of those things that Vidal talked about. You hit the beach, you unload the ships, and you burn the bad boys. If you give yourself a backup plan to fall into, you're more focused on the backup plan, which means you're just dipping your toes in the water to whatever it is you want to follow. You're dipping your toes in to the water for a passion. But then again, the question lies, is it really a passion? Does it really mean that much to you to only go half-assed? Does it mean that much to you to go 3/4? Does it mean that much to you to only go 1/4? Now, as many of us have that instinct of survival, that instinct to fight. And if you got something big, you got something huge, put yourself out there. It is scary, but that's the beauty of it. You will not reach high success. You will not reach your passion. You will not reach your dream unless you are willing to take a risk. So I hope you guys get something out of this. I've been pumped up. My mind's already working. I'm looking at trying to put together an event with speakers to come to Flagstaff, Arizona to reach out to the youth. And it's one of those things. This golf tournament's not going to be what I had hoped it to be. The walk was not what I had hoped it to be. Well, there's different ways to take care of that. I can focus on the negative, or I can focus on the positive. Hey, this was a first step. This was a stepping stone. This is creating the foundation. Hey, guess what? Next year, I'm already working on next year's golf tournament. I found somebody to help me. I want that bad boy to be huge. I want 120-something golfers on this tournament, and it will happen because of what I've learned from this one. So don't be afraid to step out of your circle. Don't be afraid to follow your passion, and don't always rely on the backup plan. The backup plan is your escape route, which means you're not going to fully engulf yourself into your passion or dream, because then if you don't, then it's really not a passion, it's not a dream, and you'll never reach that. So hope you guys get something out of this. Remember, journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. And it will be a rough one, but if it's worth it, the success that you will get, the hearts you will touch, the people you will inspire to go ahead and do the same as you will do and as you have done will be powerful. So go for it. Hope you guys have a good evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are when you're watching this. Talk to you soon. Bye.